Hey, now it's Anthony with A&A, and today I want to give you guys a cop story. Uh, it was my first few months on the department. I was still in FTO training, and we pulled over this guy. I cannot remember this guy's name to save my life, but we used to stop him quite often. He was a street level drug dealer. Um, we would pull him over all the time, and we've caught him with marijuana. Sometimes we got him with a few crack rocks. And one night we stopped him, and we didn't find anything on him. So he was acting real strange. It's like he was a little ill. And I kept asking him, like, what's wrong with you? And he was like, nothing, man. I'm all right. Ain't nothing wrong with me. And, his mouth, it started foaming. It started getting all white. And I didn't, I just couldn't understand what was going on. So I just kept asking, man, why is your mouth getting all white? And he said, man, I just got dry mouth. I think he said he had some type of an illness with that makes his mouth do that. And but we've seen him several times, and uh, I never seen his mouth do that, and I've never seen him behave that way. So we couldn't find anything on him, but we knew something wasn't right. Me and my training officer, we just kept saying, man, something ain't right about that. So we let him go. A few days later, we uh, we run into a prostitute, and we're talking with her, and I mean, she told us that night that we stopped him, that he swallowed like 16 crack rocks, and he got real sick. He went to the hospital. He's in a coma, and I was like, wow. And I was, before I was a police officer, I was in the military, Army Reserve. I was a college kid. I've never had any like real hard times in my life. My dad did pretty well, so I was I wasn't we wasn't filthy rich. It was just okay. I never went without food. Health care was provided. I have everything I needed, and a lot of the things that I wanted, I was able to get. So I lived a somewhat sheltered life, and I just didn't know that. I was in my early 20s at that point, and I just didn't know that this stuff was that real. When I tell you guys, it is real out there. And the guy, he was in a coma for a while, and he came out of the coma, and we saw him on the streets, and so we was like, look, man, we heard what happened. Why'd you swallow it? Because actually, the funny thing about it is, well, it's not funny, but the crazy thing about it is, I was like, man, did you swallow some drugs? And that's what I was thinking. But I was a rookie. I didn't know what the effects of swallowing crack, what the symptoms were. But I assumed that he swallowed because he was acting real strange. So, but I asked him, why didn't you just tell us that you swallowed it when I asked you? Because I would have took you to the hospital. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna lock you up, but I don't want you to die. And it was crazy. And we saw him, and he was up to the same old thing, still selling drugs, still doing the same thing. And I couldn't understand that. And you know, the police department made me grow up real quick. I mean, because it's one thing when you hear how bad it is in the inner city. and you hear it on and you see the news and things, but man, and a lot of people say that the media gives, you know, the inner city a bad rap, make it seem like it's all bad, but actually the media really doesn't tell the whole story. I mean, they just give you the facts that someone was shot and this and that, but when you go and learn the backstory to these people involved in these situations, it'll blow your mind. You know, so that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I will have more to come. I'll see you in the future.